Yo, what's going on, everyone? Toby King here, back with the MIC podcast, man. Obviously, before we get into anything, got to shout out our community shirts. Parts of the proceeds of this are going to, well, I mean, at this point, all the proceeds are going to giving local kids school supplies for the upcoming year. Just another one of our community efforts last year. As you guys know, we donated about 5,500 meals to kids at a local food bank, which was dope. So community shirts, kind of like a soft sell right now. We are giving these shirts out for, not giving them out, selling them for 30 a piece. We haven't officially dropped them anywhere, but look on the website because we will drop them there at one point. But if you want a shirt, please hit me up. Please hit up Mike or the Masters in Creation IG media page if you do want a shirt, $30 a pop. I'm here with a very special guest, another one. KoolKase in the fucking building. What's going on?
Hey, what's up?
Chilling. So I first met you at the What's the Tea event that you threw.
Yes.
Which was dope. And again, I want to give you
Appreciate
kudos. And like I even fucked up because like at the end of the event, it was someone saying this. I was like, oh yeah, nah, dope. You know, great event. And like you're actually like I'm the one who organized. I don't know if you remember that. I was like, all right, well, fuck me. Yeah, I mean, but shit, nah. But it was definitely nice. At least putting a face, to the person who set the event up. And the event was dope. We had a lot of great women speak. A lot of women who I hope to have on the pod at some point because they just had a lot to speak about and just a lot of good information to give. Good networking event like that was real dope. Was that like one like the first events like you threw or like how did that?
I mean, I've been doing the business for a long time, so since I've been back in Pittsburgh since 2020, with COVID and stuff like that. Definitely not a lot of events going on. So
talk to the mic. Talk that shit into the mic. There you go.
So that was the first event, in a few years as far as networking event that I threw. And I had a partner with that, which is Tony with the T. So okay. She wanted to put an event together, and she came to me for some help with my KK Management Productions brand, and we went ahead and made it happen.
For sure. So I know like you were kind of like talking about it a bit before the pod started, but do you want to talk about what life was like before you started, this whole entrepreneurial journey, journey in music and, things of that nature? Like, what was life like for you?
Life was well. I can't complain for real. I grew up in Pittsburgh, inner city Pittsburgh. Both my parents, 2 sisters. Life was well. College graduate, and like a lot of us, I fell victim, not victim, because a lot of people use the word victim. I, went down the wrong path and paid my dues, and I'm back. But as far as life itself, life has always been great for me. The entrepreneurship came just off of seeing how a lot of people like work so hard, and not be able to do nothing. You know what I mean? They just work to survive, and I don't feel like I was brought up like that because I've always had everything I wanted, everything I needed, and was able to do all different type of things with my family. But it was just like I want to be able to do some things that put my family in position so my mom and dad might not got to work no more, so my sisters don't got to work, so my nieces and nephews, you know what I'm saying? So I want to put them in a position where, one, it make them proud, and 2, like I said, they don't got to work eventually. They get to a point where it's like, I'm able to provide for them. And even if they do work and do different things, it's like, this is something I always fall back on that can help feed my family and help my friends and whoever else in the process.
Word up. What college did you get your degree from?
Slippery Rock University.
Slippery Rock.
SRU.
Okay. Word up. Did you have a good time? Did you like your time? Like, was shit cool? Yeah.
College life.
Yeah. Just straight up college.
Life,
I feel you. Respect it. I respect
college
it.
Life.
Word up.
Had a ball.
I feel it. So was creating like your own clothing line your first entrepreneurial effort, or like were you just in like as a kid, as growing up, were you always like business oriented mind, like selling candy in school and shit like that? Like
definitely always business oriented mind.
Okay.
Selling candy, selling all types of shit.
Yeah.
Even sold some drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pharmaceuticals, yeah.
You know what I mean? But nah, real shit though. I always had a business type man, but this definitely clothing line was not my first run-in with entrepreneurship. Had KK Management and Productions. Had that going since about 2009.
Yeah, 09, right?
2008, yeah. So that been going for a long time. But growing up, I always had an eye for fashion. I always was in fashion shows and all types of shit that schools were having. So, with the music, the clothing line, they kind of run hand in hand with one another.
That's
So
a fact.
it's like I did a couple of different clothing line ventures with other people, and it might have some of them went far, some of them didn't, some of them flopped. You know what I mean? But I had a nice movement going with a couple brands, and then things happen, and everybody go their separate ways. So when I came up with Mind Over Matter Clothing, it was like, this is something I want to do for me and man. You know what I mean? By myself. Had a few people like, oh, let me get in on there with that. Let me get in with you. Nah, this is something I want to do for myself.
Yeah. So like, I mean, like even when you were saying, like music and fashion go hand in hand, like that's a fact. Cause like it's really all a culture for real. Like,
sure.
You know what I mean? Cause like even with any other cultures, like it's the music and then like, what they dress. Like those are always two big parts of, what I mean, like the foundation of the culture, you know what I mean?
For
so
sure,
to speak.
for sure,
So,
definitely.
Yeah. So like, did you, so like you said, you had the production company before the clothing line, or,
Yes, sir.
or like you were involved in like the.
Nah, I had the production company since like 2009.
And like that's been going steady since 09.
Yeah, I
That's
would say
crazy.
09. That started, and it was just straight, for real, music.
So
music
I mean,
and
shit, because
promotion,
I didn't
marketing.
really. All right, so because that's a long time. Like 09, like you seen various changes in like, just what people consider hot. Like what, like even like, were you even on the not the forefront, but like, were you able to see some of like the shifts in the artists that like as far as like sound and style and like
For sure.
So
For
like,
sure.
what was it like being on like so from like 09 to let's just say like 2014? That's like a huge like changing point in music. Like,
Yeah.
what was it like being having your own production company within that sort of shift?
And see, back in 09, when I first started, I started with teenagers. They was young, but me, I was a social butterfly.
Okay.
So I ain't know nothing about this music shit for real. So everything with me starting off was trial and error. Like really me just jumping in the game, having my little bro, R.I.P. Nizzy, him and his boys, and we just like, we gonna go with it. You know what I mean? And I'm getting them in the 21 and over clubs, paying to get them in, and they have to stay in the DJ booth. They perform
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean?
You got
But
like this 3x3 area. You cannot leave.
The transition in the sound just went like, a lot of it, still the substance or what they're talking about is still the same, as far as like with rappers, as far as drugs, money, girls, stuff like that. That's still the same, but the flow became different. You know what I mean? Because now you got a lot of rapper singers.
Yeah.
If that's the best term for them.
Nah, yeah, like real shit.
But back then, they was just straight bars, just rapping, hardcore rapping.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then 2014 come, probably a little bit even after that. It's like, oh, I can sing and rap. At the same time, they start putting a little bit more melody and a little bit more bounce into their beats.
What was your mentality like when you're looking at, niggas from going straight, rapping, like I shot this up, I shot that up to baby, I love you, but I also got a gun. Like, you know what I mean? Like what was the, like, what were you thinking? Like, damn, like, is this shit really about to go off or like?
Well, yeah and no. Because not only did I deal with them, me and Miss Money, we had a long run. And Miss Money, she talked about the streets, but she's a girl. She's rapping, she's talking about the streets. She's the lifestyle that we was living, she rapping about. She's going in about things she do. But also, like I said, she's a girl. And girls is able to talk about, especially our lifestyle in the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
It's easy to talk about girls.
Facts, yeah, real shit.
So we already had a thing going, and she's just so creative. She's very creative in a sense where she would be like, hey, bro, look, I got this idea. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you might not hear it first, like, I don't know. because she talking about shooting or drugs and girls and all this in the same, the same sentence.
Right.
Like, but then it's like,
It's like a conflict of like,
okay,
yeah.
because she always would have a little jingle with her music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And them, they always straight hardcore rap, but she would go back and forth. So when the transition came with people talking about it, I feel like we was already ahead of the game. You know what I mean?
Okay.
As far as that, we was ahead of the game. So yeah, did I have to get Way Too Real? That's the group that I was working with Flatline Nizzy and them. So did I have to get them to shift to that? Yeah and no, because they was hardcore rappers, but they had a few songs where they was rapping about girls. So when the shift came with the music, it was like, this is the wave. You know
Facts,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I feel like we was ahead just from her and her creativity doing it. And
The women
they
are
got
always
in.
gonna dictate the way for real. Like, I mean, because whatever the women listen to, the men have to like, you have to, like, because the
Exactly.
men are trying to get the women,
Men trying
and
to get the
I
girls,
mean, and
yeah.
like, they're gonna dictate. So like, that's kind of crazy how even just going through that whole, because like, even up to now to 2022, like all this shit that's like, hot now, like all like the niggas that people are listening to, it's like, could we have forecasted it? Yeah, but we couldn't have truly predicted that. Like,
Not how it is now.
No, bro,
Never.
there's no way. Like, even in like 2016, when like, people kind of herald that summer as like the summer for music. A lot of people that was dropping then are not dropping today, and a
for
lot
sure.
of shit has changed from even that point to now. Like, people have
sure.
elevated like like their shit. So it's like, I mean, even from from even that stage, right? That whole like singing wave to even now, like, do you still work with that artist or like what?
No, I don't. Well, like I said, with Flatline,
Yeah.
everybody know what's going on with him,
Right.
And me and Miss Money, we just started going, our separate ways.
Facts.
And she, for a minute, stopped doing music.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we stopped doing it. We, sort of went our separate ways with that. And I was just dealing with different artists, and some of them was rapping, some of them was singing, some was R&B singers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Different things like that. So, it was just, you keep flow. You got to keep in motion of what's going on. You know what I mean? And then try to stay 2 steps ahead of it.
What's been like, not the hardest part, but just like, how have you managed to do that for all these years? Like, because that like
Trial and error.
that's a decade plus. Like,
Trial and error.
yeah.
Trial and error. Because when I first started, wasn't nobody trying to give no type of insight on what to do. Pittsburgh, we from a city where people don't make it out of Pittsburgh for singing and rapping and shit like that. People they really don't know. You know what I mean? What it's like to hit mega star. You know what I mean? So everything was trial and error because I had to learn on my own. People wasn't trying to give me the knowledge or give me the help. They'll spoon feed you a little bit, like, oh, you need to do this. But at the same time, they never want you to get ahead of them. You know what I mean? Or they want to count your pockets. Try to charge you too much. Try to do this. So we went through a lot of that shit, paying way too much money.
How you
than we should've
like?
been.
You're like, how you count pockets after early like I don't get that like kind of weirdo shit.
It's weirdo shit because people come to you and they might see the way you dress. Like, you got a nice chain on, you got rings on your fingers. You know, you got a little bit of money. So even before we learned about publishing, people's like, oh, be on my ASCAP. We like, what the fuck is be on my ASCAP? We Googling shit, be on my ASCAP. Oh, CSAT, what the hell is this? But then you got people, oh, I can get you tuned in with be on my ASCAP. We need $500. You're like, damn, all right. $500. Cool. We're going to spend this $500 because then you start seeing celebrities. Oh, be on my ASCAP. So you're like, this is the shit that we got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Then you learn. Like, I just wasted $500 because I could have did this shit for free. And they set it up totally wrong. So I still got to go do it.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So it is trial and error.
I feel that.
You know what I mean? You learn as you go. And you start to think about what you invest your money in when it comes to this music or who you trust to invest your money in.
I feel you.
At this point.
How did you decide on the people that you worked with in the production company? Like, even initially, like, how did you go about finding talent?
Well, it started for real, like with Way Too Real and Flatline Nizzy and them.
Okay.
Me and Nizzy's sister was together, for a long time. So that was like my little brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that just came like, oh, y'all want to do music? I'll help. You know what I mean? And it just went like that. And then being friends with Miss Money and Corona Biggs, they doing their thing. We friends. So it's like, let's get it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, we friends, we all gonna eat. We all gonna do this, even down to Amir White. You know what I mean? We all cool. Let's do this. Let's, you know what I mean? Do what we gotta do. And that's how it went. And then I heard, like, when I started working with Juiced Up Joey at one point, it was like I heard a song featuring her. And I was like, who is that? Like, she sound good. She, you know, her voice is good. Like, who is that? Didn't know who she is. And one day I was at like a kickball game, cookout. And LHA came and introduced herself to me. I didn't know who she was, who Juiced Up Joey was, none of that. They came, they introduced herself to me. LHA's like, oh, I'm going to work with you. I do some music. I'm like, here's my email. Send me. I can hear, you know, let me hear what you got. She sent me some shit, a song, I think, featuring her, one with her and one with her and Juiced Up Joey. I'm like, holy shit, this is the girl that I heard singing.
Yeah,
that, you
yeah,
know
word.
what I mean? And then it just popped off like that. Like, we started
shit.
working together. I'm seeing that, you know, how devoted they was to the music thing. You know what I mean? So it was like, yeah, I'll work with you. Nowadays, you know, I'm a little bit past a lot of the grind that came into it. So now I'm like,
As far as like what? Like what'd you say?
because back then I was doing footwork. Like, I was out
Yeah.
hanging flyers.
Being
I
a
was
foot
out,
soldier, yeah,
you know what
doing
I'm
all
saying?
the-
I was
yeah,
at
all
the
the
club
groundwork,
every
yeah.
night. You know,
Facts.
I was missing out on my home life. going
Doing
out
your
to the
job.
club every night.
You're doing your
this,
job, yeah.
networking. You know what I mean? So
It's crazy.
I'm a bit past that stage now. So to me to start working with an artist now, I'm not saying that they got to be past that stage, but they got to be bring a little bit more to the table than back then, because back then we was
Facts.
all starting off. So now understand if you're starting off, but you might not need a manager. You might just need help with some promotion and marketing. So I'm at that aspect with it. Like, everybody's like, oh, take the money they need. I could do better without their money. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not into babysitting artists at this point. I don't want to babysit you and keep up. Did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do this? Nah, I'm not on that shit no more.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of, I'm not saying I'm way above that, but I'm way above that shit
Yeah.
at this point in my career.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? Because it's just like, I need artists to come with me who got some type of accountability for their actions.
Facts.
Who's ready to really put in work for what
Just
they
who are
wanna
about
do.
this shit.
Yeah.
Are you
because-
about this shit for yourself? Because I can't be it for
And
you.
you got to be understanding.
Yeah.
I can't want it for you more than you want it for
Facts.
yourself. And I need you to understand it. Because I can't work with you and we're like, this is my fee for management. You know what I'm saying? Because management take a lot of work behind the scenes. Like, you internet, not even just the internet. I'm at all hours of the night doing this, networking,
Setting up
doing
club,
shit,
you know,
doing all that.
appearances,
Just
like
anything,
shows and
you know?
yeah.
So that shit, time is money.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and you need to understand the business as well. Because if you don't understand the business, then you're going to be looking at me like, where's my money going? Where's my money going? You know what I mean? And it's like, I need you to understand before I, you know, really jump into any type of relationship with you as far as business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel that. At what point did you move to Atlanta?
I never moved to Atlanta. I lived
Oh,
in
okay.
Virginia.
Oh, okay. Okay, but like, cause when you called me, I saw like in Atlanta area, cause I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. Okay, but like you spent time in VA, so like at what point did you move to Virginia?
I moved to Virginia like a couple years before COVID.
Okay, all right. And did you like find any artists down there? Like, were you still involved in the production company?
I
or,
was
like-
still dealing with a lot of the artists from Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I definitely locked in with like promoters and marketers, radio stations, you know, different things like that. There was a couple artists that I tapped in with. Some even reached out to me. You know
Dope.
what I mean?
Okay.
So that was cool. But for real, Virginia was like a breath of fresh air. I was able to kind of revamp as far as the marketing of how I want to go with the management and production company, as far as how I want to start operating. And that's when I came up with the concept, like, people need to be more developed or more, you know, motivated and stuff like that, where I'm not going to be doing as much footwork.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm in this new city, so I don't know nobody. And I
Word.
ain't mind not knowing nobody because it's easy for me to meet people. Like I said, I found radio stations and promoters and artists and stuff like that. That's the easy part. But, you know, I'm getting to the point where I'm older and my home life mattered a little
Yeah.
bit. You know what I mean? Where back then, not saying that it didn't matter, but a lot of my time that I spent at home, should have spent at home, I was out doing footwork. You know, so as I get older, I know that I got to spend more time at home and dealing with the home life. I got to find a way to better balance it. So that's when Virginia kind of helped me.
You mean just
all
like
that.
just like as far as like separate and just like home life and work life, or like what? Just or just like being
Everything.
more at peace at the
Everything,
crib.
being at peace at the crib. You know, the home front always got to be at peace.
Facts.
if you working too much and you out, and then you come home and you spending all this time on the computer or on your phone working, the home life ain't
you just
that
get
peace.
burnt. Yeah, real shit though.
Not even, you know what I'm saying? Not even just getting burnt out. You do get burnt out, but the home life ain't at peace.
Real shit.
You got to be able to cut that work shit out, you know what I mean? And pay attention to your home life.
Yo, I mean, not like, just even speaking of that, you know, me and my man, bro, like we've been trying to figure out how to transfer just these big ass video files, man, just from like the phone to the laptop, bro.
Yeah.
And it's just like, all right, you know, you film episode, you do that, and then when you get home, you got to worry about a 2-hour, 3-hour fucking transfer. You know what I mean? So it's
and
like
looking at the computer, making sure
word
shit
up.
ain't
You know what I
up.
mean? Like that shit is real shit. Like it's like when you want to go home, like you just, like you said, like home is like home. You just want to chill, relax, like.
But imagine doing all that and being in a relationship.
And that's a
You know
whole
what I'm saying?
other
Your home life ain't at
existence.
peace.
Yeah.
Your home life ain't at peace.
Word up. That's
You
a whole
feel what
other
I'm
existence
saying?
you got to worry about, son.
Home
Like,
life ain't at peace.
oh, why aren't you texting me? Like, I mean, like
I'm
I texted you
calling,
it, yeah.
Or I'm sitting right in front of you and you ain't paying no attention to the shit that I'm doing. I'm talking to you and everything
Word.
going on. You all on your phone.
Word
So
up.
now it's what's in your phone that, you know what I mean? Like you got a lot of shit. And this business can make your home life insecure. When it, not
Explain
saying
that, yeah.
Not
What you
saying
mean?
that everybody's out here doing anything or doing nothing.
Right.
But like it's like we just said, if you can't put a balance between the work and the home life, when you get at home, if your home life is sitting here talking to you and you like this, yeah. You don't know
Some
what the
problems
fuck they
could
talking
arise.
about.
Yeah,
You know
right,
what I mean?
yeah.
That can bring insecurity
For
into
sure.
your home life. You know what I mean? Your home life ain't at peace.
Right.
So even in this business, you got to deal with somebody who understands what you're going through. But I don't want to deal with somebody that's in the business, actually. Because I've been there, done that. And it's not good.
For just because, like, what? It's just like a clash of
It's-
too many things.
It's not even that it's a clash of too many things. It's good because now you get to see I'm busy, you know, we're out here. But I don't get no time to miss you. I don't get no time apart because it's like I'm definitely going to support you. I don't never want to. I hate when it's something where you got something to do and I got something to do. You know what I mean? But being that I'm into marketing, promotion, managing, dealing with somebody that's in that lifestyle with me, it comes down to now I'm their manager, their personal marketer, their personal promoter. You know, and I don't mind that at all because whoever I'm with, whatever you doing, I support 100%. Even if you don't support yourself 100% with you, I'm here for you to support yourself, support your ideas 100% because I want you to achieve these goals and succeed. If you fuck up and fail and got to try again, I'm here with you to help you pick up and start over where you need to start.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So nothing wrong with that. But dealing with somebody who's in this lifestyle, it becomes complicated because sometimes you want to go home and you just want to relax. But they need to go out so that they can do
what they do.
be seen.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Do this and do that. And it's like, I don't want to go out.
I want to chill,
I wanna
yeah.
chill.
I spent like the last 23 hours going out.
I
This
don't wanna
hour
go
at the
out. I
crib,
wanna lay
like,
down.
word up.
Or not even want to, I just want to do some one-on-one.
Just
with
chill,
you.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Let's go and have some fun.
Word up.
But it's me and you. That's not considering going to a bar or a club or making an appearance or a photo op.
I just want to enjoy a steak with you, like at a, you know what I mean? Overlooking a nice something, like if the
Exactly.
weather's nice,
You know,
like
so
shit, like.
It becomes overwhelming. It becomes very overwhelming.
I feel that. No, I mean, it's just trying to, you know, keep track and just keep the emotional investment of another, just like human existence in general, you know what I mean, is hard. Like, that's like, relationships are hard. They're a job. Like, they require constant vigilance. You throw in, you know, just being, you know, in the entertainment industry and, like, you know, being an entrepreneur and, like, having all these other factors.
Not counting having to work your own 9 to 5, regular 9 to 5.
Word up. And, like, I was even going to, like, you know, ask you about that because, like, I was going to say, like, have you ever worked a regular job? Like, you know,
I
like.
work a regular job right now.
I feel you. And just, I pretty much ask all, like, you know, entrepreneurs and, like, creatives in this, but, like, how do you balance that? Like, because, again, like, you know, for an artist, I've seen my man rock out crowds. Text me on Monday, yo, I'm about to go to work. You know, could you slide through after? I'm like, the fact that we're even still talking about this shit is just like, what the like the weekend we just had, bro? Like, what the fuck are we talking about work for? Like, what? So, like, how do you personally just even balance that pride, ego, like looking at a nigga like, you know, yo, I need this report by 10:30 a.m. It's like, nigga, like, do you know what I do on the, like, what? Like, like, bro, like, what? You feel me? Like, how do you, like, personally balance that? Like,
I mean, the good thing is the businesses that I have, I can work from my phone. So I could be anywhere with a phone, an iPad. I could be anywhere doing that with the businesses that I have.
you want more? You good.
Oh, you can go ahead, pour up. But the thing is the fact that working, we still need to pay bills. And don't get me wrong, our entrepreneurship can pay bills. But when you're accustomed to a certain lifestyle, a certain way of living, and this has nothing to do with the attention seeking that you're, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that you get from this lifestyle, but I like things that's expensive. I'm not
Real shit.
like,
yeah.
I'm going to keep it a bean.
Yeah.
Hold on. Healthcare. You know what I'm saying? Healthcare.
Yeah. You know,
what
just
I
the
mean?
sustainable.
Stuff-
Yeah.
Stuff that people don't think about. You know, I got life insurance.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Word up. Real shit,
I
though.
get life insurance through my job, my 9 to 5, but I also pay for my own life insurance outside it, you know, additional. But it's like healthcare. I like to go to the dentist. I think I got really nice teeth. You know what I'm saying?
I enjoy a dentist visit every night, a
You know
clean
what I'm saying?
molar or
A
some
clean-
shit.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you gotta look at shit from that aspect.
Okay.
But no, really though, like, because we, as entrepreneurs, we know every event is not gonna be a sold out event.
Right.
Every article of clothing is not gonna sell how we anticipated to sell.
Right.
You know, so we know our revenue from these entrepreneurship that we do from this can vary. It's never a steady. I might make $3,000 this month, but shit, I might make $500 next month. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real life, how it goes.
Were you prepared for that aspect, or like did that kind of like take some? Oh shit.
I was 100% prepared for it because one thing with this stuff is you got to invest in yourself. You know, and street money, it come fast but go quick.
Word up.
You know what I mean?
It might even come quicker, and like it might come quick and go quicker.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
So it's like when you're dealing with artists that's dealing with whatever they into. You know what I'm saying? One thing they gotta realize, I got this money. That shit come and go. You know what I'm saying? Money is paper. It come and go. You know, you gotta be able to have a definite income to support whatever it is you're doing, whether your music, clothing line, whether you're doing films, because you got to pay for acting school. Like anything it is, you got to be able to have consistent money, and street money is not consistent all the time. You know what I mean? So me having a 9 to 5 to invest in myself and my dreams and stuff that I want to do is the best route to go for me.
I feel it.
It might not be for you or the next person, but that's the best route to go for me.
I feel it. So, obviously, like, you know, man, I mean, cause shit, bro, 09, man, like, you know, the production company is still going strong. Like, what was the hardest thing for you initially, you know, just like as far as going about promoting artists, going about networking, like, you know, you may not be the most known entity walking into certain spaces. Like, how'd you navigate that early on?
The hardest thing, you know, early on, and not saying that it's hard, but it's hard, is being a female in this business.
Word up, yeah.
In a music.
Facts.
Because, like I said, not knowing, being blind, and, you know, not educated on certain things, people want to, just like a car, if you go to a car dealership, they want to boost the price because you're a female. You know what I'm saying? So just not knowing a lot of things, being a female, it made it difficult, but it didn't make it hard where it was too challenging because at the end of the day...
Just another layer of difficulty.
Yeah, just another layer of difficulty to fill off.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just not knowing, not being educated on what to do. You know, I don't care
it's like as far as
you don't
like
know me or know my artist, because you will know me and you will know this artist that I'm coming here to represent. You know what I mean? Because we didn't took over stages not supposed to perform, and we gonna perform. There's places that we was supposed to perform, and people looking at us like, I don't know these motherfuckers, where they come from. And they put on a fucking show, rocking the crowd. Nobody know who they is, but everybody, oh, you know, we didn't had events where we did one in Indiana.
Oh shit.
And nobody knew who we was. Turned that shit up. Actually, it was a contest to win. They announced, like, the crowd was going crazy. Everything was dope.
Yeah.
We knew we had this shit in the bag.
Yeah.
They announced the winners to be some known people from there. Everybody's like, what the fuck? Like, not even just us. The people in the building, like, what the fuck? Literally, I got a call. And then when we leave, imagine when we leave, to leave, they try to surround our car with guns.
What?
Shoot
In
us
India?
up. And
Indiana, y'all go like
Listen,
that in Indiana? What
look,
the fuck?
they surround the shit with guns. It was just wild as hell. So we, able to get free, whatever.
Yeah.
The next morning, it was about 7:30 in the morning. I kid you not. I get a phone call from these people who was involved. You actually won a distribution deal through, it was like Sony or something. I can't remember who it was.
Sketchy, but okay.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
but we get a phone call, and they're like, yeah, we just gotta let you know, y'all really won, but we couldn't announce y'all as the winners because they said if we announced y'all as the winners, they was gonna kill y'all.
What? If y'all win, it's lit. Fuck it.
Like,
if they win, no one win. Like, what the
really,
fuck?
yeah. That's
What?
how it was. And it was